What is going on, everybody, and welcome to episode 12 of the Dinger Dudes podcast. Now, as you will obviously notice, the setup's a little different. Jackson is, for whatever reason, snuck into my house, and he's just a door across from me. Don't know why.
Stay
Steven
with
is here,
watching.
too.
Call the police.
We get to see a beautiful Stephen Lambert make a
Yeah.
hideous Andrew Jefferson look better. So we got everybody's here. Setup's a little different. Everybody's here. But before I say anything, I want to open up with some interesting facts. Did y'all hear Did y'all hear what happened to the English dictionary?
The
No
what?
kidding.
Yeah.
If you go to the I section and scroll your finger down to inconsistent, they scratched out the definition and legit just put a picture of the 2024 11 Braves roster. And not only that, if you flip a little pages back to the D section, scroll your little finger down to disgrace, it's just a picture of Luke Jackson.
Or a
I don't know if y'all
bullpen.
saw
Or a
that.
bullpen in general, Chase. Just don't. As much as fun as it is to pick on Luke Jackson, I'm actually let Steven go in depth about what happened in Colorado because he actually witnessed it. You know, he was there to watch it, but well, not in Colorado, but he watched it on his
All
TV.
right.
Unfortunately.
First off, before I say anything, everybody that is talking about or talking crap about Brian Snicker, I'm going to need you to hit the door.
Yeah,
I'm going to need you to just step
Thank
out
you.
because here's the thing. What else are you supposed to do in that situation as a manager? You put in Luke Jackson with a 6-run lead. I could put in my 5-year-old cousin with a bum arm and a cast and probably have a person that's I'm reliable on to hold a 6-run lead because you're a major leaguer. That's what
Amen.
you're paid to do. You sit there and you hold a 6-run lead. Okay, Luke Jackson got into trouble. You bring in Joe Jimenez, the guy that's been reliable. That's your 8th-inning guy. And that's exactly what you do in that situation. Except today, Joe Jimenez just decided, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and just sit there. And here's the thing. In a post-game interview, he said, I was pitching the pitches that I felt were good. I did not think I was leaving him over the heart of the zone. They were just hitting everything I was throwing. And to go back and look at it, he was hitting the corners.
It's true.
But the Colorado Rockies hitters were just on everything he was throwing. And to me, I'm sitting there thinking maybe switch things up a little bit because he was off-speed heavy with all of the hitters that he was facing. But I mean, they were just on it. Every single thing that he was throwing, it was just base hit after base hit after base hit. And it's just a heartbreaker because the thing is, we were riding momentum. If we were able to get out of that series with a series win, getting 2 out of 3 in Colorado, we're going straight to San Francisco with Chris Sale pitching tonight's game. But now your offense is sitting there going like, my God, we just scored 8 runs. We had a phenomenal series with the bats, and we didn't win the series. It's kills your morale. It kills all the momentum that you had. And now we're back to square one looking back on it. And now we have to go into San Francisco, which is just a hostile environment. Well, it's a tough ballpark in general. I don't care what the record for the Giants is. The Giants still have a great rotation. The offense has been shaky, but it's still going to be a tough series to even get 3 out of 4.
I was going to talk about that. Y'all are facing Blake Snow tonight. And don't forget, you also have Logan Webb. Robbie Ray has been doing very well since he returned from his injury. Don't forget about Kyle Harrison, I believe. Yeah, Kyle Harrison.
We face all of them this series.
Yeah, except Kyle. I don't think
we face Kyle. We face him in the third.
Thursday.
I thought that was Logan Webb. I think it's Logan Webb.
Logan Webb's the finale.
Okay.
Okay,
That's right. That's right.
So it's a really tough. Well, y'all talked about your Braves. I want to talk about my Cardinals.
Well, hang on. I know what you want to talk about the St. Louis Cardinals. And before you go on and talk about the new addition for the Cardinals, I just want to quiet all the Soler haters.
Thank you, Chase.
No,
Thank
listen,
you, Chase.
I understand where they were coming from. A little confusing on why we got Soler and Luke Jackson. But you got to understand, Soler, he has so much power and so much ability behind him. You just knew he was going to wake up eventually. And for some reason, AA must have the magic touch because once again, we bring Soler to Atlanta, and he's just played phenomenal baseball, hitting 4 home runs during that Colorado series, putting up 9 RBIs. He had like a 430 average that whole series against Colorado. The downside of the trade was bringing in Luke Jackson, who had like a 5.60 ERA coming to Atlanta. But we did know that if we got Soler, the Giants were going to ship Luke Jackson because the Giants weren't going to do a deal without shipping Luke Jackson. We knew that was happening. And just unfortunately, like Steven just talked about, he's acting. He shouldn't have a job right now. He can't do his job. He shouldn't get paid for it. He shouldn't have a position. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing him on the mound.
And you know what, Chase? And I do want to say, I want to prove you wrong on something that you said at the start of the show. You said we were inconsistent, which you're wrong. Because for the last week and a half, one thing we've been consistent about is the
Is
ball has
losing.
been flying. The runs have been coming across the home plate, but the bullpen is giving up football scores. And I know Steven watched the game, but I went back and did look at the highlights. And you look at what happened when Joe Jimenez was on the mound. The kind of hits that Colorado was getting is the kind of hits that's just a slap in the face every time it happens. Because it's hits that are so that seem so preventable, but the Colorado Rockies were just on it every single at bat. And this happens every single time. Even in that second game win in Colorado, they still beat us on hits 12-11. If our bullpen doesn't find ways to get them off the bases and stop putting runners in scoring positions, stop putting ourselves in positions to where we can blow the leads, then nothing's going to change. And it's a blessing to us that the Phillies struggled in that previous series and the Mets are struggling in Seattle right now and the Cardinals struggled against the Cubs and now struggling against the Reds. I know, Jackson, you're about getting your Cardinals in a minute, but it's a blessing that all that is occurring because if that's not the case, then we're dropping farther behind in that wild card spot because we're kind of getting to the rut of things now. September is just around the corner, and we have limited time to fix things up.
Well, you call it a blessing, but the reason I'm saying inconsistent is because look at a couple months back when our offense was ice cold. What was on fire? Our bullpen. A couple months ago, the Braves had the second best bullpen ERA in the league. So, Jackson, you can go ahead and talk about your Cardinals. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
All I got to say about the Cardinals have also been inconsistent. I don't know why I was smiling at the beginning. I was just excited to be back.
I don't either.
12, but I want to talk about our new addition, Eric Fetty. Eric Fetty had an abysmal debut. He gave up 5 earned runs. He went 5 innings and had a loss that game against the Cubs. But he made a resurgence on August 7th. He went 5 innings, only gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, and got the win against the Tampa Bay Rays. So it's looking a little up for the Cardinals. You want to know what's unfortunate? We played the Reds and we sucked against them earlier this season. And that is also unfortunate. But our bats have started to pick up. But unfortunately, after we play the Reds.
Yeah, I'm saying, what are you talking about?
After we play the Reds, we go into a series with the Dodgers, and then we face Milwaukee, which Milwaukee just swept y'all.
Yes, they did.
Milwaukee's insane. And the fact that I just want to bring up the fact that they don't have Brandon Woodruff, and who was a really solid part of their rotation. And honestly, if they had Brandon Woodruff, in my opinion, they had the talent to go to the World Series. They had the talent
it right now. Forget if they have Woodruff. They have that talent right now.
They do, and that's hard. That's really hard to see. The Cardinals are
like their rotation does raise some question marks.
Yes.
I think that that's the thing that they're going to run into because here's the thing: you ain't going to be facing the Braves in the October. All right, you're going to be facing that Dodgers lineup with a resurgence. Like I said, they just got
Padres, D-backs.
And like I said, the Padres, they've been on a hot streak.
The Diamondbacks, dude, they're right behind the Dodgers.
I told y'all, dude, do y'all not remember when I said that when the Diamondbacks were like
they were your team. They were your team.
You like that. You're telling me the Diamondbacks are going to miss out on the playoffs. You're out of your mind, and that's exactly what's happened because Ketel Marte stayed hot.
Corbin Carroll.
I mean, I'm glad that
Josh Bell has come into Arizona and made this team like a top favorite.
Yes.
Who went to Arizona?
Josh Bell. Yeah,
Josh Bell just came in and because we thought that Christian Walker, that's going to be a very big loss for them. But credit to them, they went and got Josh Bell, and Josh Bell's been going nuts for them.
The fact that he got DFA'd by the Marlins.
Josh Bell's been raking the ball, dude. The ball's been flying. And Steven, I do want to shake your hand, man, because you called it, man. The Diamondbacks are right on the Dodgers' butts. Don't want to say anything I shouldn't. But in the NL West, that division is not safe. And you can argue, that Mookie
Padres, bro.
Return for the Dodgers. The Dodgers offense is getting stronger and stronger. But as long as the Diamondbacks continue to have momentum and hold on to that, because Corbin Carroll, dude, he's playing out of his mind.
Can I talk about another guy who's playing out of his mind for another NL West team?
Yeah, go for it.
So you know how I talked, Steven, he talked about the Diamondbacks. Yeah. I talked about the Padres. Rookie Jackson Merrill has been insane since after the All-Star break. Honestly, I saw a list out of MLB.com earlier today, and they didn't even have Jackson Merrill as a top 10 shortstop in the league. In my opinion, he's top 6, top 7.
Well,
And
because he
that's
hasn't played
competing with
long
guys
enough.
like Lindor and other guys like I mean, it's just slipping my mind. But Jackson Merrill, one of the most underrated players, in my opinion, in the league, and is not getting the respect he deserves.
And he will. And he will once he gets more reps in. But he hasn't been in the league long enough. But I do want to
Yeah.
kind of just state some things real quick since we were talking about the Braves earlier. Um, Supposedly, Michael Harris is coming back Wednesday. Is that correct?
It's he should be like, we would love to bring him back up tonight, but basically because of the IL situation, he's not eligible to come back until Wednesday.
And that's completely fine. And then we have Renato Lopez
supposed to be back 18th.
Yeah, so as we get towards the middle of August, we're starting to get those key players that we've been missing for a while, add even more depth and speed and agility in the outfield. Because for those who didn't watch the Colorado series, the outfield was abysmal. I mean, there was no joke. There was, especially in game 2, when we had 4 lost players out there. I didn't know how many Braves players it took to catch a fly ball, but apparently it's more than 4 because it's ridiculous. Laureano has no idea what he's doing out there. He doesn't know how to play his position. He doesn't know how to track baseballs. Adam Duvall looked like I watched the Little League World Series game right before I watched the Braves game, and I kid you not, I saw more discipline in a Little League outfield than I did for the Atlanta Braves during that Colorado series. And I've never been happier to have Michael Harris back on this team. And it's coming, dude. And I cannot wait for Wednesday, man. Just talking about something.
Talking about, of course, what's missing in the outfield. Because, me and Steven were just talking about this, and Steven made a great point. Jorge Soler is not an outfielder.
No.
And I know that when the trade first happened, I said that he was a very underrated outfielder, but then I started thinking about it. The problem is, you look at his time with Miami, where he spent most of the time injured, but also DH. But then look at San Francisco's year, he did nothing but DH. And what's he doing in Atlanta? Playing outfield. And I'm not saying that per se what's been going on in the outfield has been his fault, because you got to look at Arenado, who's been horrible in the outfield, has made some of the most Little League plays I've ever seen. Adam Duvall is so slow in right field, and he's having trouble tracking the ball. And Jorge Soler is just doing the best he can with the position he has honestly played so little of these recent years.
The thing is, I'm sorry to cut you off, Chase, but like we basically put ourselves in a situation, or Alex Anthopoulos, I understand why you want to get Jorge Soler. And to be fair, Jorge Soler's bat is sitting there making up for his like crappy outfield play. He's still getting the home runs that we need. He's still getting on base. He's that presence in the top of the lineup that we have been needing. I mean, Jared Kalenic, he was getting ice cold. We needed that guy at the top of the lineup again, and Jorge Soler's been that guy. But also at the same time, you know, we sit there and we know how bad of an outfielder that he is, but we're also stuck in a situation because we're definitely not going to take Ozuna out of the DH spot. Ozuna's going to remain there for the rest of the season.
Right.
He's besides Shohei Ohtani, he's the best DH in baseball.
Yep.
So unfortunately, we're just stuck in a situation where we're going to have to keep him in right field. And when Michael Harris comes back, I see us doing like what we were trying to do at the beginning of the year with a platoon between Duvall and Kalenic, and just having them share left field and then just keep Soler in right.
Sure.
I mean, because DFAing Eddie Rosario basically almost solidified that that's probably exactly what the Braves are going to do.
Oh, yeah.
So, do y'all just want to make this the Infield Insight segment, or do y'all want to get into like Immaculate Grid?
Well, so I was just going to say something real quick before you, because I'm sure you.
I was going to bring up one more player that
I have some frustration. I have frustration about a certain team that I'm not going to name yet, because I'll let y'all go first. But before we end the segment, I have frustration that I need to let off some steam. I would reveal that.
So are we making this Infield Insights or the second?
Yeah, let's keep the Infield Insights rolling. I have some
all right. So I want to talk about a player. He was talking about the Diamondbacks. Jock Peterson, y'all should have picked up at the break. He's been on a tear.
The Diamondbacks weren't even thinking about it.
Like 7 homers.
Why would Arizona want to get rid of Jock Peterson?
They weren't even thinking about it.
Yeah, it's not
an option.
Homers.
It's not that we chose Soler over Jock.
And if we're talking about Infield Insights, another player who's been going off. He hit 5 homers in 5 straight games, and everybody was crapping on him when he got sent down to the minors.
Jackson
he is
Holliday,
on my fantasy team.
Ooh,
yeah.
Jackson Holliday. Shout out to Jackson Holiday. He's
on your bench. I played you this past week, and you didn't take him off your bench.
No, I did.
Terrible
But
GM.
then he
Terrible
didn't.
GM we have right here,
Didn't
fellas.
play. He
It's
originally
all
didn't
right.
play.
Solaire was on my bench the entire time in Colorado,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
also
But prior to
this
the
is my
Colorado
small
series,
little fantasy thing. I was able to get the win over Jackson this week, and now
Hey,
Yeah,
prior to
on the
the
last day. On the
prior
last
to the
day.
Colorado series, Soler wasn't looking great.
No,
So
that
I actually understand that because he didn't have this resurgence until the Colorado series.
I could have
So
subbed
I
him
did
out
want
for
to ask y'all.
Brian O'Hearn. It's just Riley Green's on the IL right now, so
Yeah, and that's true. That's true.
Oh, Carlos Correa is on the IL for me. But I did want to ask y'all. I know we touched on this a little bit last episode.
Ooh.
Who the trade deadline acquisition has done the best and who has done the worst, if whoever wants to start first, because I have my best.
Can I start? Can I start? Because this is actually the team I want to fire up on for that reason. So do you remember the episode? Steven hit the nail on the head talking about the Diamondbacks having this resurgence. The team that I chose that I thought could make a second resurgence was the Cincinnati Reds. But here was my problem with the Reds. They have one of the lowest batting averages in the NL at 230. This was prior to the trade deadline, and they needed some help in the bullpen. So I said the only way the Cincinnati Reds are going to make a second half resurgence, we knew they weren't going to be sellers, and for granted they weren't, but they were going to need to bring in some outfield help. Some help in the outfield, an extra bat out there, and especially target the bullpen. So what do the Reds do? Let's take a look, shall we? They got Ty, what was his name? Ty France?
Ty France, yeah.
The first baseman.
Former
That was
All-Star, too.
DFA'd by the Mariners. So that wasn't like a trade deadline acquisition. They just happened to pick him up because he was DFA'd. And the really only move that they made was Lucas Sims, adding him to the bullpen. They got him from Boston, getting for a minor league pitcher. They traded that to Boston for Lucas Sims. And he's not done great. I mean, he's done okay, but nothing to bolster a struggling Reds bullpen. So not only did the GM throw the ball or fumble the ball by not picking up offseason acquisitions, they could have got Brett Rooker, who I noticed they made no target for. They didn't even try to go for Brett Rooker. All his outfield help they needed, they could have got Brian De La Cruz from Miami. I didn't hear an offer posted in Miami for that. Jackson, can you stop for a minute? I am ranting. So it's like the GM was idle.
Maybe we'll be back.
The GM
you are in the
idle.
other room, young man. You better knock it off.
But my point is, he was idle. He knew what they needed. He knew they needed outfield help. He knew they needed bullpen help, and he did nothing. So what's going on in Cincinnati now? The same thing that was going on in the first half. So they are going to stay in the same position, being stuck 5 to 4 games under 500, and they're going to miss the playoffs. And this was a total miss. They had issues. They had answers hit by July 31st, and when the trade deadline hit, I feel for Reds fans because I'm not even a Reds fan, but because I picked them to make a second half resurgence, I was vividly disappointed.
Yeah, I mean,
Jackson, are you good now? Do you want to speak? Please tell me what you had to say.
My question
it better be good.
When we were talking about bubble 500 teams, who's the one? I know somebody picked the Tampa Bay Rays.
Hang on. I was in the middle of my rant, and you
too bad.
I
want to talk about the worst trade deadline acquisition.
Okay, hold on.
From Morel, I saw a list today that had the qualified hitters, and he has the lowest batting average in the league with a 187. Why did the Rays think it was good? They sent Isaac Paredes.
To get Morel.
Okay.
Well, my whole thing is look. Here's the thing: the Rays. Troll trade deadline.
Bye-bye Rosarena.
Basically, their whole reason to why they did in the trade deadline is because they're not sitting there trying to get better.
Reset.
They're headed the other way.
They're selling. Reset. They were selling in the deadline. They weren't. They're not trying to sit there and get to a playoffs because they know at this point it's probably not going to happen. So they sat there. I mean, if they were really going to try and make a playoff run, why get rid of Paredes?
Or Randy Rosarena.
You want to know who is on my list of one of the
And
best
Zach
trade
Eflin.
deadline acquisitions.
Randy Arozarena.
Here's the thing. Randy Arozarena for the Mariners have been great, but Paredes for the Chicago?
Who?
He's been good too. Yeah.
Isaac
Paredes
Paredes.
with the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot he went to
He went
Chicago.
to Chicago Cubs, and you know what the Cubs are on right now? A big winning streak. Well, not today. They lost to the Indians or the Guardians, but
A close game. Close
it was a
game.
98. Like the offense has been, for some reason, Paredes going into that Cubs
He's underrated,
lineup.
dude.
It's been a resurgence.
And you know what, Chase?
He's
Hold on.
underrated.
This is perfect right here. You know what? You know what I love? I think the NL Central is the most exciting division of baseball right now. And Chase, I want to throw it back to the Reds for a minute because I understand why you're frustrated. Because you know what? Screw the Rays. Steven was right. I should have never even believed that the Rays had a chance to make the playoffs in the American League. But the NL Central right now is an absolute dogfight, and that makes it frustrating for you and Reds fans, Chase, because a horrible play in the trade deadline from the Reds GM has totaled their chances of taking that division. Because look what's happening right now. The Cardinals have gone ice cold. The Cubs are climbing their way up in that division right now.
The Pirates aren't doing too bad.
But
They are.
The
Pirates are doing
the
bad.
last 10.
Yeah,
No, they're only like a game and a half behind us.
Yeah, but did you not
That's
hear
like 3.5 games behind the wild card.
The
I did
Cardinals
not
are
hear
ice
what
cold.
Steven said. 8 of the last 10. But think about if if the Reds played their cards right, Chase, and they bolstered up that bullpen, and they got an impactful bat like the Braves did with Soler. Can you imagine the damage they could be doing in the series?
They could have got Tanner Scott too.
Right now. They could have
Tanner Scott would have been a golden piece in the bullpen.
Yeah, and because here's the thing that sucks about being a Reds fan. When Ellie De La Cruz is riddled right now, and he is right now, his average is dropping right now. Who do the Reds have to support at the plate?
Ellie De La strikeout.
They don't.
I mean, Spencer Steer he's played a decent season, but
Spencer Steer's been good. I like speaking as somebody like he's been very pretty consistent all year. Like he's the power numbers are up. He's got 2 runs in tonight's game.
Okay,
if I'm being honest,
pretty good. Also, the thing is that there have been guys that are in their lineup that's kind of like, I mean, the numbers are down all across baseball right now.
Yeah.
Jonathan India has just not been able to get it together.
Yeah, you're right.
Is he on the IL
The
at all this
only-
year?
I don't think I'm not that I know.
The only exciting player from the Reds that's been doing well besides De La Cruz
Dude, are you telling a scary
Hunter
story
Green.
right now? What's happening, bud?
No, Hunter Green.
Okay, well,
Are you telling us the tale of Hunter Green right now? Like, of the day
Hunter Green.
of the Cincinnati Reds.
There once was a first-round draft pick back in 2017. A
Hey,
pitcher.
guys.
Blinding the
A great
fans,
pitcher.
Knock it off.
Hey guys,
Hunter Green.
I want to point this out. This is not baseball related, but if you notice that Jackson's lighting is a little poor, I showed him a place with better lighting. It was our basement, and no joke, he said, "This place scares me. I don't want to do it."
Big facts, big facts.
You know what scares me, Jackson? Actually, no. Before I even get to any of that, let me point out something interesting.
What scares me is the fact that you can drive now.
That
terrifies me.
Dude. So let's take you to driving school real quick. But, dude, I do want to say this real quick about Marcell Ozuna. Funny little statistic here. Marcell Ozuna, in case you haven't known, he's still, like Steven said, aside from Ohtani, the best DH in all of baseball.
And he had an incredible series in Colorado.
He is, and he's creeping up
was
40 home runs. But he's also hit, and this is kind of annoying too. His last 11 home runs have all been solo shots. That's why he's stuck at 96 RBIs right now. Could you imagine how many more RBIs he would have to his game? Which I do want to also point out that he is 3 solo shots away from breaking the Atlanta record for most solo home runs in a row. But he is, I think, 13 solo shots away from breaking the MLB record. So, hey,
I need him to break. I need him to knock that off. I need people on base when he's hitting these homers.
But listen, if there's anything to be excited about right now, Marcell Ozuna's making history, man.
Baby. When they were talking about that,
dude, it's like I said, like last night,
quiet, Chase.
I've seen guys that have actually dedicated like their times on social media making Braves fan pages, and they sit there. Last night was or yesterday was the straw that broke the camel's back. Yesterday was that game to where you just go, all the hope that I've had throughout the entire season that maybe we can turn this thing around just went away in an instant with Luke Jackson and Joe Jimenez. That's the game that just you look at and you think, if we win this game, we're going into San Francisco with all the momentum, and then just getting an 8-2 lead blown like that. It just all of that excitement, all of that, hey, I know we're getting Michael Harris back.
I'm not even excited about that. I want to be. I want to just look at it and go, hey, maybe we get Michael Harris back. Okay, here we go. We got the offense going back now. But for me, it's just like it doesn't matter what we're doing right now. It's just not happening. And
Well, the
I
point
hope they
about
prove me wrong. I hope we can get some resurgence
Hey,
because, like I said, if the season ended today, we're still in the playoffs. We play
By half a
Arizona.
game. By half a game.
before y'all continue about the Atlanta Braves, before we end this segment, actually, I did want to bring up one more player from the trade deadline acquisition that's been doing really well. Also from this NL West is insane. Jack
Yeah, it
Flaherty.
is.
In the Jack
Jack,
Flaherty
listen, I was dead wrong, dude. He went to
2-0,
LA and he has
309
not missed a
ERA,
beat.
17
No.
strikeouts in 11
No, no,
innings.
I
no.
thought he was going to go. I thought he was going to struggle with the Dodger in a Dodgers
He's
uni, but he
not.
has just
He's
gone into
not.
Los Angeles and he's like, I listen,
Even in
y'all want a guy
Hollywood.
that's going to carry you into October. I will be that guy.
And you wonder, and listen, and this is why, Alex Anthopoulos, if you're tuning in right now, this is why I said
Nah.
2 episodes before the deadline even ended to get Jack Flaherty, because look what Charlie Morton's doing since and I know it's a money thing right now,
Yeah.
but listen, and Alex Anthopoulos speaking on the Brewers broadcast saying that pitching was not a concern for Atlanta, it's total BS. It's total BS. It is a concern, and we're seeing it now more than ever. So thank you for Soler, Alex, but not thank you for not
Hey,
picking.
Like I said, his whole thing was like, oh well, Freed's going to be back, and so's and then Reynaldo went on the IL.
Yeah.
But my whole thing
Yeah.
is like, fine, if you like, but your whole solution, and you think the bullpen was this and this, you're so like Luke Jackson was the only addition we were going to make to that bullpen.
Seriously.
It's insane. You're telling me there's not one team out there that had a bullpen piece that we could have used. Because right now we are struggling. I mean, who do you want to go into again? I'm sorry, I've talked so much about the Braves, and we need to get into other teams.
We need to. It
Um,
needed to be done.
Like we're going to get into other teams too, because obviously, I mean, we can't just talk about the Braves the entire podcast. But this is my last thing on it. Right now, who are we going to in a situation where you need to close the game out besides Rafael Iglesias? Because right now I don't trust Jimenez. AJ Minter's out. Now we have to rely on Dylan Lee. Your late inning guys are Pierce Johnson and you have Jesse Chavez.
Yeah.
I mean, right now that's your options for this bullpen, and it's going into a month of September where you are fighting just to get into October. That worries me.
It does.
And,
It does.
and like Dylan Lee being brought up, I'm actually happy about. In my opinion, I think it was a horrible decision to send Dylan Lee out now, anyways. But while we're talking about Gwinnett, the stripers how you wearing, Steven. Michael Harris offensively is going insane. The last numbers that I've looked at, he has a 435 average, about what, 3 home runs and like 4 RBIs. So it speaks to the matter that Michael Harris defensively can come back and help that struggling outfield, and he can also bring in that bat that is red hot right now. But at the same time, that's not the issue right now. It's our bullpen. So it's nice to have that extra bat in the lineup, but there's no answer whatsoever bullpen wise.
So driving away from the Braves and Cardinals, because we do have another couple teams to talk about. I did want to talk about another trade deadline acquisitions. We have 10 left. A guy that I saw play for the Yankees and Red Sox, Jazz Chisholm. Jazz Chisholm's been really, shout out to Jackson Schrader. I know he was really sad, and he called me late night that Jazz Chisholm got traded. He was sulking. He was crying in my arms. He was like, my great hero, Jazz Chisholm is
calm down
gone.
before you take this any further. You're on my couch. Just remember that.
Jazz Chisholm. Ever since he used Aaron Judge's bat, which needs to be tested for cork, by the way, pine tar or something, he's been smashing, bashing, lashing, scratching the ball.
What are you saying?
Far gone. It went a long ways.
Yep. Yeah. No. Yeah. You deserve that, big dog. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue this. Basically, I agree. Listen, Jackson, I'm with you. I think Jazz Chisholm has been good for the Yankees, but also at the same time, like he had the good series against. He had the good series against who was it? It was the good series against it was against
Andrew
the Phillies.
Is awful.
The Phillies couldn't get him out.
Terrible.
He was hitting home run after home run against the Phillies.
He was
And then,
insane.
Garbage. Andrew
going
Jefferson
into,
is
but like
garbage.
I said, now he's back in New York, and Jazz Chisholm's been the Jazz Chisholm that we've seen with Miami.
Like
He's back to
Jazz?
striking out a lot. In fact, a fan tweeted out at him and said, "I'm so sick of Jazz Chisholm striking out every at
Hey,
bat." And he tweeted back at him saying, "You're telling me." Like, he's
hey,
like,
Andrew.
brother,
Andrew
you
might
think, you
hit me
think you're
again
mad?
after I
I'm
say
mad
this.
too.
Andrew might hit me again after I say this, but have you ever seen the Bee movie? Like Jazz?
Jazz. You
Yeah,
like Jazz?
No, Steven.
Steven's gonna get it for me. Thank you,
I got it.
Steven.
I got it now.
Go get it, Steven.
While Jackson gets
Go get it,
abused,
Steven.
while Jackson gets abused, I will say this about the Miami Marlins since Schrader was supposed to be on our show tonight. Shout out to Jake Berger. He had 15 home runs. I'm sorry, 13 home runs since the All-Star break. And that's how he's been hitting baseballs right now. I mean, listen, dude, the only exciting thing that's happening in Miami right now is that every single one of their games seem to be going in extra innings. And Jake Berger seems to be the hero time and time
Yeah,
again.
Steven. Hey, Steven should go into retirement.
Has
He
he
old.
done?
Steven should go to
He's-
retirement. No, I'll
Hey,
tell you
yeah,
who
he
should go to
should
retirement.
go to the Cardinals rotation.
Hey,
He
Jackson.
might need-
Jackson, do you have a right lat strain now?
There you go.
Because Grayson Rodriguez does, and that is big bad news for the Orioles because he's not supposed to return until the middle of September.
That's
Not
been
until
the
October.
story. That's been the story of the Orioles rotation. Tyler Wells
It has
gone down.
been.
John Means gone down. Kyle Bradish, who's doing fantastic, gone down. Yenier Cano, relief pitcher, and Felix Bautista gone down for relief. So
And now
Orioles, the
Grayson
fact that they're
Rodriguez-
doing so well without those guys in the rotation is insane. They got
The
Corbin
funny
Burns
thing
in
is,
baseball.
though, the ones who are injured, they're all supposed to be back by middle of September. So by postseason time, this could be an Orioles team that has a healthy, like a
This could be a
completely
problem.
healthy team. They could be. But I fear the Orioles. If I'm on the American League side, I do fear the Orioles,
Yeah.
especially the way Jackson Holiday's playing now.
And
Fuck Jackson
I'm
Holliday.
with you. The Orioles have been great, but also at the same time, like with the Houston Astros team, man, they just never go away. Even when you think that they're dead in the water in the first half of the season, you think they're dead. But here we go. Now the offense is cooking. Yordan Alvarez has been great. They've had Alex Bregman, Jose Altuve, dude, Aaron Getty. Where the heck did this guy come from? This man's got 20-something strikeouts in his last 2 starts.
Bro,
The rotation's getting better. The offense has been on fire. It's in my opinion, I think they're going to win their division this year.
Hey, I'm just saying about the Astros. You know how earlier this a couple very episodes ago we were talking about Dusty Baker and how bad the Astros were. It doesn't matter who's that manager. Astros just never go away. They
And you
made
know what?
6 or 7 straight ALCSs. Think about
To
that.
be fair,
That
the
is insane.
Astros team was sitting there like they said that they were not
Sitting
a
ducks
fan
under the radar.
of the new manager. They said that they like in the clubhouse he was losing the clubhouse,
Yeah.
like the relationship just wasn't working. But that's the thing is like that was first half troubles. Like we saw it happening at the end of the first half where the Astros were starting to figure things out. And I felt like it took a while, but they finally found a rhythm with this new manager and they found out how he runs things. And they were just able to find an energy, and they've been able to carry that energy throughout the second half to where, like I said, man, we're gonna see like they've gone 6 straight years making the championship series,
ALCS.
and they're gonna do it again this year. I could see a rematch of 2017 of the Astros
And
versus the
Yankees.
Yankees, and we actually wasn't it last year too, or was a couple of years ago? Where like didn't the Astros sweep the Yankees in the ALCS?
They did. It was
It is 2019.
2019.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna happen. Because right now the Yankees, I know that they're not doing too hot right now. They're dropping games to the White Sox, but like I said, this Yankees team at the end of the day, you got Judge and Soto.
Garrett Cole still coming in and out.
Hey, and early in the Dinger Dudes podcast, like episode 3, we were talking about that it's a concern that the Astros could end up being sellers by the trade deadline because of how bad they were degrading. And all of a sudden, they came from sellers to potential World Series contenders.
Well, here's the difference. Here's the difference maker right now, and this is why I have concern for the Orioles as well, because they are playing really good. But the same
Pitching.
the same thing could strike them this year that happened to them in the postseason last year. It's how postseason ready they are. Because let me tell you
They
why
are,
that
dude.
because we're able to make that second half adjustment because they've got veterans that's been around the game, that's been through different atmospheres, that's been through different coaching abilities. They can even if they don't like a guy in the clubhouse, they can still find ways to pull together and play as a team and play there like they're all capable of playing because we've seen them in the league for this many years. The Orioles, as good as they've been playing right now, when they get faced with a team like the Astros or the Yankees, it's going to come down to postseason readiness. And I don't believe the Orioles have it yet because you still see rookie mistakes come out there day to day, and you still see some of the young guys when facing like veteran pitchers and high pressure situations, they don't have smart approaches at the plate, and I could see that coming to concern. So I'm actually with Steven on here. I think we do see the Astros take another trip to the ALCS, and I think we do get a rematch with the Yankees here.
Now, I will say, like, yes, I do think the Yankees are going to make the ALCS, but here's the thing: we also do need to give the Guardians some credit.
They are there.
The Guardians
fact that
aren't
they have
going to sit
first
there and
year
roll over
manager
in the ALDS. Like in the ALDS, they're going to put up a fight. I just think that if it ends up coming up with a matchup between either like the Yankees or let's think of another AL. I'm trying to think of another wild card team that's going to make.
The Twins, the Minnesota Twins are hanging around.
Like, I mean, there's going to be a fight happening, and I think the Guardians do have a very solid offense. Like Stephen Kwan's gone nuts for them this year. Both Nailers have been phenomenal for them this year. It's like I said, but sometimes all it takes is one series. I mean, we've seen it as Braves fans.
Oh, yeah.
You can have the best offense all year, and then all of a sudden you go into October, then nothing.
Before.
Oh gosh, let's not forget about like the Red Sox are in this thing too, man. The Red Sox, like shout out to MLB, Hall Good podcast. Like I think the Red Sox are going to be able to make some noise. Do I think they're going to make the ALCS or able to make the World Series? No. But also I think they're going to be able to like get into an ALDS and go against like if it comes between Red Sox or Guardians are going to take that matchup.
I agree.
And so
I want to give
they're going to be playing off. The one thing that I do think this year, and sorry to all Braves fans out there, this is why my attitude's just coming through. The Braves aren't making no CS this year. I love them. I want them to, just not happening.
So before that, I want to give a quick 30-second rant before we get into a brand new segment called No Hitter Nostalgia. Yes, I just came up with that on the dome. I want to talk about the Orioles. You said they're not postseason ready.
They just came up with another name for the segment. No Hitter Nostalgia.
Dude, that's Steven.
I think they are postseason ready. Again, this is the sophomore year in the playoff season. Gunnar Henderson stepped it up. Adley Rutschman has been playing at a high level. Jackson Holliday has been doing really well. And the Guardians, in my opinion, they have a better team than they did back in 2016 when they beat the Yankees in the ALCS. In my opinion,
don't forget about the Mariners
doing well. But let's get into this new segment.
Hey, Julio Rodriguez just came back for the Mariners too, so everyone be on the lookout.
Welcome to a brand new segment known as No Hitter Nostalgia. As Steven Lambert, the creative genius, came up with that name from the top of his head. Clap it up for Steven Lambert. Thank you so much for that incredible name. So we got.
I mean, sometimes it just comes to me,
I'm in the presence of a legend right now, dude.
This is why Steven's here. But if y'all don't know, to tell you what No Hitter Nostalgia is, it's a game between Jackson Bowles that Steven came up with. Again, brilliant job.
I came up with that. Why you capping?
No, you didn't. But stop. Why are you trying to steal my idea?
Jackson, that's not cool. Hey, Jackson, seriously, that's not cool.
It's really not cool, bro. We're threatening to kick you off the show if you keep that act up, buddy.
Telling you, man.
Hey,
be mature.
Hey, Steven.
Hey, you gotta be mature.
Remember, it's not funny.
It's not.
Be mature, Jackson.
Grow up, Jackson.
Grow up.
Come on, man. All right, Chase, get on with the rules.
To the rules. A game played between Jackson, Andrew, and Steven. I'm going to show a random MLB player on my screen from the 2010s, and y'all have to guess who it is that's on my screen. Now, as soon as I pull the player up, I don't want anyone blouting any answers, Jackson. What I'm going to do is it's going to start with you, Jackson, then Andrew, then Steven, and one at a time, y'all are going to give a guess of who that player is. And then, I'll explain as the game goes. You'll see what I'm saying. But are y'all ready to go?
And
Let's go.
And if you see Steven and I glance over, it's because I got the Braves game pulled up. You know I gotta have it on lock
Chris
every
Sale's
time.
throwing good, but Blake Snell's carving the Braves up right now. We're getting no hit.
So we'll keep you updated with the Braves game. I mean, you already know the results by the time this is uploaded. But come on, Chase, let's get into it. I'm
So I
ready.
gotta
I'm
figure out-
focused.
Whoa, that was okay. But that was
I thought that was the
Wait,
camera.
sorry.
bud.
Ooh.
We're in.
It's Jackson's spooky score. He's to summon something.
Click the lock to make changes. Hang on.
Don't wink at me.
Your house
bro.
isn't haunted, is it?
Yeah, what?
Not that I know of. No.
You saw those
I don't-
lights too?
I don't know what's. I
We
don't
need
know.
it. Well, hold on. I gotta go get the holy
Stage.
water.
Get the stage.
Hang on, hang on.
You saw the
I don't
lights
know what the
too?
previous owners did in here, so I can't
Hey,
confirm.
hang on. I have to leave the meeting for me to share my screen.
Okay. What?
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 Yeah,
No, you
Hold
don't.
on. Hold on.
It's telling me I have to
For sure.
go to settings and allow privacy access to Zoom. But wait, hang on. No, I lied. It's gonna
You just
it's gonna
hit
work now.
share.
Yeah.
Hey,
There
it works. It
Yeah,
works.
there
It
it
works.
goes.
Whoa, what's that tab? What is that tab, Chase? Close. I'm kidding.
All right, you ready?
Or Doom.
First player on the screen. Who you got?
All right. Well, 3 up, 3 down, and we're going to the top half of the sixth.
Oh, another strikeout. Oh wait, no, it's two.
Wait,
It's
top
two.
half
can
of
you
the-
outs, two
zoom
outs.
in
It's a
on
good
that
line.
picture?
Oh, is that my behind?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, that's fine.
Do y'all
Good
see
to
the
know.
picture?
Yes.
Is that
So
Jay
this is
Jackson?
Colorado.
Is that
Hey,
Jay
Is that,
Jackson,
is that
Jackson.
Dexter Fowler?
Jackson, you're already breaking the rules.
Oops.
I just told you I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds to think about it, and one
Dude,
at a
look at
time
that
you're gonna
catch.
say the
Holy-
name. But yes, Jackson, you get the first
Look at it
point
again.
because
Look
it's
at the
Dexter
replay.
Is
Fowler.
that 40-year-old Chris Sale?
Look at the replay.
2000.
Sorry. Hold on. One. Give us like 2 seconds, and then we'll get
Jackson,
this.
Jackson already broke the rules.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
No, I did not hear the rules. You were not very clear.
I said that at
That's
the start
very
of the
clear.
segment.
40-year-old Chris Sale out here catching meatballs, dude. Come on.
You
All
like
right, let's get
meatballs?
it. Let's get it.
Andrew and Steven seem a little distracted.
No,
Just a tad bit. It's on commercial now. We're ready to go.
I understand. I understand.
all right.
All right,
This
let me
is,
get-
So
Let me
okay,
just
so
say-
Jackson already guessed a player.
who'd you guess?
He guessed Dexter Fowler.
Okay.
That's
I don't
not
think
Did
it's
Dexter Fowler ever play for the Rockies?
I don't think it's Dexter.
He started off
2012
with the
season.
Rockies. Then went to the
This
Astros.
this picture is from 2012.
It's a pitcher.
It's early 2000s. Early
Ooh,
2000s.
a pitcher. I'm out, dude. I got
Dude,
no
Early
Yeah.
2010s. This is during the 2010s.
And this is the thing that's going to be tough
Yeah.
for me to challenge, just like Steven alliterated. If it's a
Hey.
pitcher in the early 2010s, my
That-
mind is going to be fuzzy
Hey.
unless it's like a super well-known guy. And I don't
Hey.
think this guy was well-known on the Rockies. Definitely not, which is why I don't think it's Dexter Fowler. But
It is Dexter Fowler. Jackson got it right. I'm trying to tell y'all that. Yeah, while y'all were talking about Chris Sale,
You
Jackson
know what's
broke the
crazy
rules.
is like in my head, that's exactly where I went to.
I didn't think it
I
was.
thought Dexter Fowler, but Jackson's not that I got it off first.
I
so-
didn't think he ever played for Colorado.
Okay,
He
hang
did.
on.
He started off.
Before I continue, I'm going to say the rules again since Jackson clearly didn't understand. You get 5 seconds to look at the picture, and then one at a time, you say your guess. But after
Are you
each
gonna
one,
call us or do we just shout it out?
yeah, I'll call y'all. So I'm like
Got
Jack.
it.
I'll be, so it'll be Andrew next, since Jackson already want to break the rules, and then it'll be Steven, then Jackson. And if none of y'all get it on your
Because
first
Jackson's
guess,
gonna have to get last pick because we all know
Yeah.
that Jackson's
exactly.
He's
Exactly.
got
Well,
he studies this 24/7. This is why his GPA is so low. He doesn't study like his classes or anything. He just sits there and looks up baseball statistic pages all
He
the time
does.
and just goes,
Stat
"Oh, I know
reference
he
is
played
one of
on
my
the Giants in
bookmark
2013."
he studies boys in striped pants. Let's
I'm
go.
convinced
Let's
that's
go.
a Jackson
Let's get
hobby.
it.
Stat reference is one of my bookmark pages.
I can't imagine.
Congratulations. You
All right, let's
Okay.
get it.
But if y'all each give one guess and y'all still don't get it, then y'all can blurt out answers. Whoever says
So-
it first.
This is going to be a pitcher.
Do we have any hints? Do we have any hints that could line up?
Yeah,
with
if y'all after y'all's first guess, if y'all want a hint, I can offer hints.
this? Okay, let's go.
All right, second player. Who's that?
Okay, so this is also early.
Andrew, you get
Andrew
the
gets
first guess.
Okay, cool.
This is also early 2010s.
46.
Yeah, and that's the 46 is throwing me off right off the bat.
If you have no
lefty
idea,
with the
you can
Nationals.
pass.
It is a lefty. That's a good observation. It is a lefty.
A lefty with the Nationals, 46, Craig Kimbrell's number.
I'm also trying to figure out who number 11 could be down
Zimmerman.
at third base. So Zimmerman's on third base. So you got to think around that timeline. Ooh.
What's crazy is like we know that there might be a couple of fans looking at this and going, "Are y'all kidding me?
Yes.
Are y'all serious? Like y'all don't know who this is?"
On the spot, this is tough. Jackson, do you have any clue who this is, Jackson?
Give us. I'll wait for Jackson because like I have a feeling that he probably does know who this is. Because like what I'm thinking is like, okay, I'm thinking of Nationals bullpen guys that were lefties, and like this is okay. So this is early 2000s. We know this.
It is early
before
2015. Yep, definitely before 2015.
Hey, I will say this: if y'all don't, if it's your turn, so Andrew, if you don't know, you can pass. If you don't know,
I
you
have
can
no idea
pass.
who this is. It's an instant pass for me. That
All right,
46
Steven.
threw me off, and the lefty. The lefty is confusing.
Steven, you have any idea who this might be?
Okay. Do we know if Doolittle is a lefty?
Doolittle was not a lefty. I don't think this is Doolittle. Is this too? When did Doolittle join the Nationals?
Doolittle was on the Nationals, but he was on the World Series Nationals team. I don't think he was on there.
And that's what I was saying. I don't think Doolittle got to Washington until, like you said, late 2010s. So I don't think this is Doolittle. I can't remember if he was a lefty or not. Jackson, do you know who this is? Do you have any clue?
Hold on, let me go ahead and just get one more guess. And I know he probably didn't play on the Nationals. It's this isn't. It's not Straley. For some reason, Straley
Not
didn't
Dan
play for the
Straley.
Nationals.
It's
not Papelbon. Papelbon played with the Phillies.
Can I guess, Chase?
All right, Jackson, it's your turn.
Tommy Malone.
Incorrect.
Ooh. You said that was
so I stumped y'all on this one. I stumped y'all.
Okay, Chase, I want you to be honest here. Would you have known who this is?
Okay, so from this picture, no, but you want me to give you a hint? I can tell you why. From a picture that I saw when I was researching him, I remember who he was, and I'll tell you why. You want the hint?
Yeah.
He was an Atlanta Brave in 2016 and 2017.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
He was an Atlanta Brave in 2016. Ooh, but those were the years where I stopped watching because we were.
Those are rough years.
It's not this might be a bad guess. Is it Darren O'Day?
That's not Darren O'Day. Nope.
Darren O'Day wasn't a lefty.
I remember.
Lefty. I keep forgetting lefties. I gotta think lefties here.
Y'all can blurt out answers now since
oh my God.
Oliver Perez.
Drew Smiley.
Nope.
It's not Oliver Perez?
Nope.
Dang it, dude. I'm trying to think of some lefties, man. 2016, 2017, you said?
Do you want you can have another hint if you want.
Matt Thornton.
Nope. You want another hint?
Yeah, guess it ahead. This is tough.
Who was the last team he played for before he retired?
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, give us that.
Yeah.
That was actually my next hint. He had a 7-year career where he got injured in 2018, took some time off due to the injury, came back in 21 and retired with the Detroit Tigers in 2021.
Oh, I know this.
Oh, hold on, Jackson.
Ian Kroll. Ian Kroll.
Hold on.
Jackson, you are correct. It's Ian Kroll.
Ian Kroll, I wouldn't have gotten that.
Yeah,
I would have never gotten that.
Okay.
All right.
I said Tigers, and I knew that.
All right.
Yeah, once I saw
y'all gotta understand, as like anybody who's actually watching like us, it's going to be a euphoric thing if we're ever going to be able to find out a player that Jackson
doesn't know.
Because the thing is like this is almost impossible playing these games against him because he's got for some reason
knowledge.
He can't remember what he.
This is exactly.
He can sit there and take a picture from like
stat reference is exactly how I pick out the guys for our interviews.
He also has a ridiculous baseball card collection that like he's got. He's like, I got this collectible from 2013.
I got like
2011.
Manny Benuelos from the Braves a while ago, rookie card.
Hey,
dude,
I will say it's going to get. There are some easy ones on some easier ones on my list.
That's good. And then, so me and Andrew get the first picks because obviously no.
Yeah. All right,
we're gonna at least have to have a shot.
All right, so coming into this one, Steve, you get the first guess.
Chase.
Yeah, Steven gets the first guess this one.
Chase.
Yeah.
At least throw in one person we've interviewed.
That could be easy.
No,
Oh, yeah, that's
true.
we're all gonna know that. We're all gonna know that. Absolutely not.
That is
Hang
true.
on.
That's true.
I'm adding him right now. Sorry, I'm adding the
That is
second
true.
player right now as we speak.
I thought you would have already had an added Chase. All right, so hold on. So let me tell you what makes this challenge tough for me. Oh, hold on. I think he's got it pulled up. I'll hold that thought. I'll hold that thought.
It pulled up the same picture.
No, if it's closer to the late 2010s, that's when my pigeon. See, if it's a position, are there some position players on here, Chase?
Yeah, and this next one up is a position player.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my God.
Take a look.
Hold on, I got it. Maybe.
That is easy.
Steven, you're up first. Steven, you're up first.
Okay, so what year are we talking? We're talking
2014. 2014, right?
Do you want me to give you the year? This picture was taken in 2018.
Pitcher?
No, this picture was taken in 2018.
JT Realmuto?
Steven got it right.
That's easy.
As soon as he said it, I knew he was right. As soon as he said it, I knew he was right.
That is easy.
Oh, okay.
Well, good. Jackson, I could pull out a random
point.
2011. I can pull out a
Steven,
random.
you're so good at this game, dude. Steven is so good at this game, dude.
I'm sorry I don't know. I'm sorry I don't know Cincinnati Reds from 2011. My gosh. I'm sorry I'm not sitting there looking up athletics.
See
from
what
2012. I can't do it.
While most of us was at our middle school like snowball dances in 8th grade, Jackson was in his room, role playing with his baseball cards from the early 2000s.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. When I was in my that 2012 era, I was out in my backyard pretending that I was hitting the game-winning home run in the World Series.
The walk-off home runs, dude, with your wiffle ball bat. Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're sitting there.
Hey, we got to do a wiffle ball game sometime.
Classic.
Hey, we got to invite MLB players to play like a celebrity softball game, bro. If we get big enough, we can host our own softball game from.
And you know where you're gonna be? You're gonna be behind home plate calling balls and strikes. Or
Hey,
you're gonna be giving me my
All right,
game.
so
It's my turn to start.
No, Jackson, you don't get to start since
So Andrew gets first guess on this.
It's always going to be Andrew or Steve because you're too good at this game. You are way too good at this.
All right, let's go.
Let's better not give easy players.
They're random.
By the way, Jackson, just so you know, you're still leading 2-1. So I'm not trying to hear.
Jackson's up 2. Hang on, it's loading.
Shut up.
It's loading. It just takes a while.
All right, so while this is loading up, what's the year? What's the year we looking at? Oh my God.
Andrew, go ahead and get that one, big dog. I think I know exactly.
Andrew, come on now. You gotta be kidding me.
Come on, dude.
I feel the pressure on
dude.
Because I know you and Jackson know it.
Andrew, you have to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me.
I'm gonna give you all the time.
No, don't give him any hints because this is gonna be so disappointing.
Dude,
don't give him any hints.
Dude, I know.
By the way, I get the next guess, Jackson.
Dude,
Andrew.
Jackson, shut up, dude.
Please get this.
Here's the issue I'm having with this, man. When I put on the spot, my mind goes blank. Because I know exactly who this is. But I can't for the life of me think of his name.
Please get this.
Steven, I will. I
want you want to just take a guess. Go ahead and put a name out there.
Yeah, that's a problem, dude. I know I should get this. I know I should nail this, man.
I want to see his reaction.
I know this is in my wheelhouse, man.
You are going to lose your mind.
I know I am, and that's the issue.
No hints. No hints.
I'm giving no hints for this one. No hints for this one.
Steven, I want you to announce this and look straight at Andrew's face when you do it.
I'm so disappointed.
Look deep into his eyes, bro.
All you guys listen out there, I'm so disappointed in myself.
Let's take a guess.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about this.
Sorry, apologizing for what? My stupidity?
Andrew, you'll know why. You'll know who I'm about.
Andrew,
think about it.
Andrew.
Let's give him.
Yeah, just calm down. Jackson, just calm down.
No, we're not counting down. Shut up.
We're not counting down. Hey, Jackson, I'm the host of this show. We are not counting down. Andrew.
Give him time. Like I said, it'll come to him.
Andrew, you'll know who I'm apologizing to.
Danny Espinosa.
Thank you.
See, and that's the problem. That's the problem because I knew the phase and I had it in my head, and I know we interviewed him, which is why I chased to apologize. But that's the thing. The thing that y'all gotta know about me, when I'm put on the spot, I start crumbling. But it is Danny Espinosa. Sorry, Danny. Sorry, Danny.
Danny,
You know
whenever
what?
you come back on the show, you can give Chase
I'll
or not
apologize.
Chase, Andrew some hate.
I'll apologize, man. It took me a while, but it is Danny Espinosa. Okay, so I'm on the board. Woo. See, and it sucks because if Steven would have gotten the first guess, he would have gotten it instantly. But let's go, man.
And he
I'm so
wasn't
glad
even
I
on
got
the
that.
interview.
I will say the mutton, like the mustache threw me off.
It does throw you off a little bit, but
The
once you look past
Bro.
the glorious stash, you see Danny Espinosa's beautiful face. And yeah,
Steven wasn't even on the interview, and he knew who it was.
I watched the interview though. So to be fair, if we didn't interview him, I would not have guessed him.
It's tough.
It's like I said, there's just I mean, once the years pass, I'm not sitting there looking up. There's certain guys from the certain eras, but then these guys that are under the radar, they're not they don't come to mind, especially when you didn't those teams back in the day.
Like the random Raids or like the.
I was not paying attention to the Nationals back in 20.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
The only
not.
reason I was is because the Cardinals played them in the playoffs.
It's because you're a couch potato. I'm kidding. I love you, Jack.
Yeah, like I said, that was the year y'all actually won the World Series, right? Was it?
No, 2012 we lost in the NLCS to the Giants.
2011 is the last time they won the World Series when they beat the Rangers.
The worst Joe Buck call of all
2013
time.
y'all lost to the Red Sox.
They did. Red Sox did beat them in 2013.
Okay.
Yep.
So as it stands,
look at some of the old games,
and
I'll never forget that game to where the game that they won was that interference call.
Oh, dude!
At third
base.
base.
Oh my gosh!
I love that moment, dude.
Jackson, do you remember that? Do you remember that call? Like when y'all got that benefit of the doubt call when
that was insane
at third base and y'all were able to score the winning run.
Dude, that's one of the best recent moments in the playoffs in the 2010.
No, the best playoff moment in the last few years, it has to go to 2020. It has to go to
Dodgers.
In game 4 of the World Series against the Dodgers, had that walk-off hit.
That was
and
sick.
like
the wildest walk-off hit.
Ball at home and Randy Rose.
All right, Chase, where's the player?
That was awesome, dude. That was cool.
So
I forgot to reminisce on the COVID years, but we had
headed to round 5 as it stands. Jackson with 2 is in the lead. Andrew and Steven are tied at 1. Now, this is a very nostalgic name that I'm about to bring up right here. Are y'all ready? Who's that?
Dadgummit. Oh my God, Steven, and I know Steven's gonna get it too.
I'm not.
Really?
I'm not.
Well, hold on. I don't think this is who I thought.
I think this is throwing Jackson off a little bit too.
This picture was taken. This picture was taken in 2019. This picture was taken in 2019.
I have a guess. Okay, I have a good guess based off that, but obviously it's Steven's turn. So
okay, well we know this isn't Cano.
No, not Robinson Cano.
I know who this is.
Are we thinking outfield here?
Chase.
Are you willing to answer that, Chase? Are you willing to answer that?
Oh, okay. So you said 2019. Okay. So this what he was playing on the Mariners in 2019.
Chase.
Yes, and during this time, he was playing the shortstop position.
Shortstop position.
Oh, that's not who I thought it was then.
During this time, he
never played for the Braves.
It's not your turn, Jackson.
Chase, did he play for the Braves? If he played for the Braves.
He did not play for the Braves.
Okay. So
I was about to guess Echeverria.
Oh, okay.
I was about to guess Edeni Echeverria.
It does look like him. It does look like him, but it's not him.
Just a tad bit, and that's Okay.
You said 2019?
Yeah. Why are you raising your hand, Jackson?
Question.
Yeah.
Can I get this hint? Was he a rookie?
In 2019?
Yeah.
No, he was a rookie in 2013. He made his MLB debut in 2013.
Oh, I actually know this. Never mind.
All right, Age.
Who did he make his rookie debut with?
Steven gets first guess.
Let me look at that real quick. He was a rookie with the Tampa Bay Rays in 2013.
I know.
In 2013,
I know.
He made his rookie debut, and he played with the Tampa Bay Rays for how long until he kind of jump around?
I'll give you the layout of his career. He rookie debut in 2013 with the Rays, left the Rays in 2016
To Baltimore.
Thanks, Jackson. Jackson knows who this is. To join to join Baltimore in 2017. Played there for 2 years, joined the Mariners in 2019, and last year he was a member of the Minnesota Twins. I'm not sorry, 2022. He was on the Twins.
This sucks because
It's not your guess,
know
Jackson.
Please.
It's not your guess.
he is a guy that can mash, and I'm like I said, those names just not coming to me right now.
It's a
They
very
don't have a
nostalgic
guess.
name.
Just give it to me, Chase.
Hold on.
Very nostalgic
Hold on.
name.
You said he retired in 2022?
His last he's not officially retired. He's just a free agent, but he hasn't played in 2 years.
Chase. Dude, oh my.
He's not officially retired. He's just a free agent right now.
Time limit on guessing.
All right. I'm gonna need a guess from y'all, and pretty soon I'm gonna give it to Jackson.
Steven, I mean,
I know who.
All right, Jackson. Who is it?
He got suspended for PEDs. Tim Beckham.
Tim Beckham.
so I would have never guessed
nope.
that. I would have
Nope.
never guessed Tim Beckham.
Nope.
I forgot that guy.
Y'all remember that iconic grand slam he had in 2018?
Yeah, I
Or
forgot
2019 with the Mariners?
Bro, I was thinking Kyle Lewis. That's why I asked 2019 if he was a rookie.
All right.
Nah, I wouldn't gotten to Beckham at all.
Yeah, it's completely not even.
It's like
Yeah.
I said, there are some guys that you just
It is. This is very hard. I will
you don't pay
say this is
attention
very
to.
hard.
You just there's so many baseball players in the league that you just
It's
you don't even realize that you're just missing out.
and that's the thing.
Like here's the thing, we could play this game this year, and there would be players that you could pull from. The
Like last year.
Oh, this guy plays left field for the Athletics. Tell me who that is.
And
you're just like,
and here's the thing about this. Like,
and don't even get me started on relief pitchers. If there were any pitcher that was in the oldest brother, it's
So
over.
I know I'm
There's
good at this game, but relief pitchers are my weakness, dude.
there's
don't.
only so much information you can grab from one photo, and then if there's not something significant you can pick up on, you're just guessing at that point.
No, you're right. I will admit this is a very hard game. I'm not expecting y'all to it's really, we got Jackson, who's a baseball nerd right now. He's a studies random players. So this is really a game against Steven and Angie versus Jackson, and I'm
Genuinely,
pulling
it is. It's like a 2-on-1 matchup here.
We should just combine our points at this point.
Hey, we got 1 point. I like it.
Well, two if we
you
do
got
that.
two. You and
true.
Angie both have
It's
one.
3-2 right now.
Dude.
Next
okay.
player.
Oh, I know.
Billy
I got
Hamilton.
it. He already said it.
Okay,
That was gonna be my guess anyways. It's Billy Hamilton.
I was hoping to get a different picture of him. So y'all weren't just like.
Nah, dude. Yeah, right off the bat, I knew.
It wouldn't have mattered, brother. I still remember Billy Hamilton when he played for the Braves.
Hey, we got 10 minutes. Let's go first to 5 points.
We're just gonna play.
We are officially making this announcement that now it's me and Chase versus Jackson.
Yeah,
me and Andrew versus Jackson. Sorry.
I gotta grab my charger. I'll be right back.
Okay, dude, and let me tell you, dude, the only reason why I knew exactly who that was right off the rip is because, and this is what I'm talking about. There's only so much information you can get off a picture.
Hey, we got 8 minutes.
He has such a distinct look to him.
My phone's gonna die though.
That's so, brother. He singled the blade.
Did you leave it at my place?
So we still runners on first and second.
First and second.
RC's got 2
Nobody
strikeouts.
out.
Due for hit. Okay, the Braves might be doing some damage here, ladies and
Hold on,
gentlemen.
Bill. Y'all
First and second. Nobody out. Right now, RC is up.
I'll see if I can get the game.
Bro, I think Andrew should be disqualified because it took him so long to get Danny Espinosa.
Dude, the stash threw me off, man, and I was put on the spot. And in my mind, I knew that I knew who that was. Like I knew that I saw him. I saw his face, but the name wasn't coming to me. And yeah, then Danny Espinosa popped up. So sorry, Danny, if you're listening. Don't hate me, man. I knew who you were.
Imagine. I'm just saying. Imagine. Chase pulled up this picture.
I can't see it.
Hold on.
Was that a Mets hat? I saw a Mets hat. It is a Mets hat. Yeah. But dude,
You want to know what would have been wilder? This picture.
Wilder. I see a full beard.
That's him on the Angels.
Dadgum, dude. Charlie Blackman lookalike. Do we try to do a drag bunt?
He tried to bunt.
I like it. Old Bobby Cox method. Where's Chase, man? We gotta get this game rolling. Hey Jackson, is there any you want to plug a big interview that Dinger Dudes has coming up while Chase is getting a charger?
We don't have any interviews that are coming up.
Well, a potential interview that we have coming up.
Did
I'm
we,
not-
did we have something going on with Okay, well, never mind then.
We'll keep that information
Basically,
disclosed.
hey, so here's the thing. Here's the thing that y'all can look forward to, though. All of us are now back at college. We all go to the University of West Georgia. We're all back. We're going to be under the same roof. So expect some content coming on YouTube. We're going to be putting some YouTube shorts out. Some games like the ones we're playing right now. We're going to be having skits come out here and there on the YouTube channel.
Hey,
Make sure y'all
also
to our other show, Sports Out of Pocket. If y'all
on
are
Wolf
not
Sports Network, I will
on
plug
Wolf
the
Sports Network,
Instagram.
Jackson, I am saying it. Shut up.
Every Wednesday at 4.
Shut up. Wolf Sports Network every Wednesday. We're probably going to be going on at 4 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. this semester. So make sure that if y'all aren't like watching those shows, make sure y'all are turning over on Wolf Sports Network on the YouTube channel. Jackson, you're killing me. We talk just more about baseball. We talk more than just baseball over there. We're talking football, basketball, any sport you can think of. That's going to be what's going to be happening on Sports Out of Pocket. It's a fun show. And but hey, also, if y'all are new here, if anybody's new on Dinger Dudes, hey, subscribe to that YouTube, man. We're trying to get to at least 150 subscribers, man. That goal can be reached.
We're at 118. We're making good
And
progress.
also get on the Instagram, man. We're at 467 right now. If we can get to 500 by the end of the semester, that would be fantastic too. So, like I said, keep supporting us. We appreciate all the support we've gotten so far, and we're just going to keep on riding high.
And Orlando Arcia has got the hat trick on strikeouts, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's not shocking.
Yeah,
Blake
wait,
Snell's back in the ball game.
dude, thank you. That high heater was his last pitch, dude. Thank goodness.
Where's
All right,
Chase?
so I don't know. I have a feeling his MacBook dead, so we might have to end the video on a 3-3 tie and just hold the suspense.
We might if he doesn't come back sooner enough, then we're probably gonna.
No,
have to
he grabbed his charger because his phone died.
No, I think it's I don't know what happened, but he's not on the Zoom anymore, so we might have to just wrap this up now at a 3-3 tie. Oh, I hear a door open. What happened, bud?
My Wi-Fi crashed. It's not letting me back. It's not letting me do anything. My Wi-Fi
Okay, so here's the
All
situation.
right, we can continue. We should continue this on Instagram.
Or just
Or like I said, hold on. Here, we'll do this. We can have Chase use yours and then just have the share screen and then just we'll both look away and then we'll come back in and then try and guess it.
do that one final one.
Yeah, one final one.
All right.
This is going to be the tiebreaker.
That's the tiebreaker right here. All right, buddies, just hold your suspense. You can fast forward the video. That's the power of YouTube. All right, so you know what to do.
Yeah,
you heard it.
I like that idea.
You heard it. All right.
Yeah, sorry about that, fellas. We're having some connection issues, and my Wi-Fi just completely crashed on me. But the show must go on. All right, 1-5. Hey, if Steven and Andrew can get this one right, then y'all tie. Oh, come on, dude. It's not. This is. Wonder why it's not working. Jackson, it's gonna be funny if you don't get this right.
It better be a harder one.
Hey, I just did random players. It is what it is. All right, here we go. Okay, here's the issue though.
Y'all can't look at the name. Y'all can only look at the image. But Chase, you gotta look over them. All right,
Andrew. All right, yeah, I've got an issue. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna flash the player on the screen with my phone because I can't get it to pull up, and y'all get to guess who it is. Y'all ready?
All right.
well,
Can y'all see that? Okay.
I see an outfielder
for the Cardinals.
for the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's really hard to see.
Can you zoom in?
Can you zoom in any?
What year are we talking about?
This picture was taken in 2017.
2017.
Let me fan.
Jackson, it's not your turn.
Was that right?
Well, if it's Tommy Pham, we'll go ahead and give him the win.
Dadgummit, Jackson, it's not your turn. Jackson cheated.
How did
Jackson cheated. Because we didn't even give him a chance to guess it.
Based on the picture.
Hey, Chase, you gotta wrap it up.
Jackson. Okay, guys. Sorry that the segment was a little shaky. We had some Wi-Fi issues. I'm sorry you had to watch Jackson cheat. But hey, Steven and Andrew, y'all gave it a good fight. Y'all gave it a good effort. But I also want to say thank y'all so much for tuning again to another episode of Dinger Dudes. Again, like always, stay in tune with the socials. We have, now that we're together, because college is back together, we're going to do more reels together. So we'll have more content coming to y'all that way. Again, more interviews coming up soon. We'll have some more special guests. Still trying to get Jackson Schrader on a future show. Brendan Willie B. Ray will be on a future show. So, and if you want to stay updated to who's going to be on what show, stay intact with our socials. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the Instagram page. So you're always intact. And we might even post some like different in-person videos, like maybe like a home run derby type video, or just some fun little short videos like that. Just especially over the summer, or not over the summer, over the winter, once baseball comes to a close, we'll get creative with the content we put out there. But it's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. So I'm excited for it. So again, thank you so much. I'm here with myself, Andrew, Jackson, and Steven. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we will see y'all next time.
Peace out.
Trucks.